Hey, good afternoon. This is Locals Fish Room. Just going to try to do a quickie in the fish room here. We've got a couple of my rather large angelfish over here. I'm trying to. Oh, there's one hiding behind the piece of wood there. You've seen this before, so I'm just going to kind of run through it real quick. We've got Siamese algae eaters, a variety of different things, and not a whole lot going on right at the moment. But an awful lot of wood structure, a lot of rocks, a lot of caves. I think everybody seems pretty happy at the moment. It's not terribly active. Uh, Again, mostly for fairly large fish. I just happen to like the looks of this tank. I'm gonna do a quick run under here with some of the larger inhabitants. Isn't they pretty? They're a pretty boy. Different kind of loaches, Siamese algae eaters. Right in front of me there, there's my three big ones. Anyway, the bumblebee catfish is not out and about unless I'm feeding. Uh, this is the smallest tank over here, is a 2.5. Don't have a lot of activity there. We do have several. I had some baby shrimp, ghost shrimp born in here, and they're around, but they don't seem to move much. You really almost have to look at them with a magnifying glass. Oh, there's one of the new bettas. He's just a normal, common, if you will, common veil tail. I think he's gorgeous. He's kind of white and pale blue fins with a bit of purple outlining the body at the base of the fins. Always gorgeous fish. At PetSmart, this is only $3.99. That's I just got him a few days ago. That is a deal and a half. What a beautiful fish! What a beautiful fish! That's his tank. Uh, I don't know that we're going to see Mr. Pinky here today. He was out and about this morning and just a little while ago. Anyway, his tank is rather pretty. I just love the roots, how the roots have grown down over this rock. They actually came in, he's sitting on a piece of wood, but the roots have just kind of come down and covered all that. I just went, there he is. See, I made a little cave in here. There's Mr. Pinky. Another veil tail, $3.99 at PetSmart. Absolutely gorgeous. Very inexpensive. What a pretty fish. He's been around a while now. He's doing well. Some of the fancier tailed models seem to not last quite as long as the old styles. Anyway, this is a dark red crown tail betta. He's okay. He's just wonder if you turn sideways there. Well, there you go. There he is. See, I'm pretty. Look at the color. Say I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. Yes, I am. I'm a pretty boy. And there's his tank. I'm not sure if you're going to see Mr. Fluffy here today. Let me look up top, see if he's anywhere in there. He is a black rose tail. I don't see him at the moment. Black rose tail betta. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of picked the wrong time of day. It's actually, I turn my lights on around 7 in the morning, the white lights, and then about 2. I don't like to give too long, but well, the fact that I only do have their bright lights on between 7 and 2 is for algae purposes. As you can see, I don't have too much of a problem with algae. This is my guppy tank, as you can see. A lot of guppies, all different ages. Everybody that you see was born in here except for that male right there, the cobra tail. There's another one in here somewhere. I don't see him right at the moment. And there's a female in here. I want to say the one to that one were bought. There's other cobra tail in the background there. Anyway, everybody else was born in this tank. They're all different generations. Some lovely looking females in the back with the pretty tails. So they're at a point now where they can kind of, self propagate, so to speak. And okay, this is a 20 high, very tall tank. Now this is, excuse me, the tank's not new. I've had some changeovers. I took the sunset grommies out of here and actually put them right over there in the long 20 long. That's very heavily planted. They seem to be happy over there. I have added just recently, in literally the last week, I've got 10. What do we got here? 11 of the rasboras. This is the why do I forget their first name? Sorry, I'm forgetting it right at the moment. Anyway, the ones that with the triangular black spot on their sides, they've gotten a little pricey at Pet Supermarket. These are $5.50. I did go down. I bought 5 there, I believe. Yeah, and Petco has the same fish for $3.99, but it's down in Orange City. Not a terrible drive, but it is a different city. Anyway, I went down and bought the last 6 that they had, so I have 11 total. Again, they're like $5.50 at Pet Supermarket and $3.99 at Petco. And I'm trying to locate. I also have one. Well, I have 2 autos. That's one I'm going crazy over there on the side. They're very active. There's 2 of those in here. Sometimes they do that together. I don't see any. There's a couple little guys back there, I think. Yeah. Okay. Just got these in yesterday. This is a group of 10 dwarf Cory cats. They are tiny, tiny, tiny. I wouldn't even call that an inch. He's probably 3/4. There's 2 of them there. There they are. You can see them a little bit better. A lot of people don't have these. They stay small. They don't ever get more than an inch. Very small. These have another name that I can't. I want to say hybroses or something like that. Normally, this is kind of unusual behavior. It is in the afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock. I'm getting ready to turn their lights off. And so they're resting now. But I'm trying to see if there's any more over with them. There's 10 in here. Some are swimming right there. Oh, I'm sorry. That one's a rasbora. The one that he came up to was a. Well, where did he go? There you are. That's another one right in the middle of the screen. He just scooted to the left there. There he is. These are a little different than your normal Cory cat because sometimes when they're feeling active, they're up here in the middle of the tank, which is very unusual, I think. Now the rasboras, no, that's normal behavior for them, but for this particular dwarf or pygmy Cory cat, that is not normal behavior. That is, it's resting time. They know the lights are getting ready to go out. There's one of the bettas I just recently bought. He's quite camera shy, which surprises me a bit. Anyway, let me back off here, see if we can catch him scooting around somewhere up there. But he was very shy when I got him. Didn't adapt to the tank real well. Thought I'd lost him for a few days. I wasn't sure if he was in here or not, so I went ahead and bought some of the rasboras, and he came out immediately. Did not chase them. He just seemed to be one of those rare incidences where the betta needs a little company. Doesn't want to chase them. They don't chase him. Nothing like that. But he just seems to be, I don't know where he disappeared to. He's up there somewhere. But he seems to be a little happier with some company in the tank. And he's been out and about until I shoved the camera in his face quite a bit. Anyway, that's their tank. That's the 20 high. He is a very pretty betta. I also got him at PetSmart. PetSmart. The cheaper prices, however, they're real fancy. What they call their fancy bettas can be $20, and they're not that high at Pet Supermarket. But other than that level, everything else is the price of the bettas are cheaper at PetSmart. Especially the common betta or the female betta, or as I said, $4.99, which you just can't beat with a stick. Have several of the zebra danios in here that move quite rapidly. This is very heavily planted in here, as you can see. The dwarf water lilies are just doing fantastic. Look how pink they are. And these runners go up and have leaves all over the surface of this tank. Very pretty plants. Here's another one I put over here. I added a light on the side here, specifically because I thought he might not be getting enough light. I felt was in the dark. Most of my lights in this tank are toward the center. Anyway, let me back off and show the length here. This is a 20 long. It is about time for me to turn the lights off, but normally you would see the, I don't see them at all right now, but they were certainly out when I fed this. There's one of the sunset brahmins right there. But they're all kind of pooped out. But they love the lushness of this. I mean, look how thick the foliage is here. You can't even see the back of the tank through there. There's one guy right there. I have 4 of those sunset brahmins in here. They just love this lushness. They can get all up in there and well, he's camera hog there. Hey, pretty. Hey, pretty. Might be another one over here. Well, yeah, up there. Okay. Okay. Well, as I said, it is afternoon and not a lot going on here. This is I took one of the lights off here because I felt it was too much. There's a dwarf. Well, I'm not sure dwarf is the right word. That's a bristlenose, small bristlenose plecostomus. He's very pretty. I'm trying to let the camera adjust. He's got a nice little spotted tail. He's very nice. He's working on cleaning those plants. Anyway, that's the betta's tank. Well, the female betta, I should say. Normally, she's right up there, too. Okay, anyway, that's their tank. we're going to finish this up quickly. This is a 29. A lot of fish in here. We've got, I just bought some more black neons up there. They were on sale recently at a pet supermarket. I put 4 of those dwarf Corys in here as well because I had one that has survived. I'm not sure how long he's been in here, but anyway, I thought he might could use some company, so I added a few in here. I don't see them right now. Okay, that's their tank. I'm sorry it's not a little more clear, or that you can see. Anyway, it's a dark tank to begin with. Okay, we've got the blind cavefish down here. Everybody's kind of toned down and not swimming like a wild person with like they do when I'm feeding them. This is the last tank we're going to look at over here. This is another 10 column. I've got the bright light on to feed these Amazons because they are tall. This is 20 inches, by the way, from the bottom down here to the top of this tank. And so these are very tall. I'm trying to keep them alive. This is the only tank ever that I've put root tabs in to feed these two right there. Got a couple albino Cory cats. We've got, that's a pencil fish right in front of you, and there are about 7 of those in there. There's some sneaking around everywhere. I like these, they're just hard to get a hold of. The small things in the back are ember tetras right there. I've got quite a few. I just bought quite a few more of those. I had a school of about 10. I just added 7 more. This is a huge piece of wood. I'm not going to make the effort to lean around and try to show you the back side, but this is close to the front here, and it leans toward the back and rests against the back, so there's a lot of hiding room behind this piece of wood. Yeah, I did this tank a little different. I was trying to make that piece of wood the centerpiece, but I fell in love with these. They got some huge Amazon swords at that supermarket, and I just felt like I had to. They were only $5 a piece, so I thought that was a deal, and bought 2. So anyway, there they are. I've got some Vallisneria over here, and a few itsy bitsy crypts around the corner there. Okay, we're going to call it quits. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ogle's Fish Room signing off. Take care of yourselves, and thanks again. Bye-bye.